Hey, what's up guys? I did the dropshipping for an entire week as a newbie with no experience, and in this video I'm going to tell you exactly what I did, how much money I made or lost, and everything else that happened in the meantime. Now this is part number 2 of 2 parts series, so if you haven't seen the first video, make sure that you click on the link in the description or somewhere around this screen to watch it first, because right now I'm going to take you on the journey to further explaining what happened in my first week of dropshipping. Stay tuned. Okay, so we're back inside my Facebook Ads Manager. So I created those new type of ads for this entirely new bundle, entirely new product that I created, if you like. Now this is basically a store I created. This is what it looks like on mobile because, like I said, I was targeting mostly people on mobile, so I only made sure that it looked good on mobile, not necessarily on desktop. So this is what it looked like. I created those completely unique images with a program or tool called 𝗗𝗿𝗂 app. Now, 𝗗𝗿𝗂 app is basically very similar to Canva. However, I used to work for 𝗗𝗿𝗂 as a freelancer, so I just continue using their tool because I think it's really great. So I created those product images over there. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by them in any way at all. I just really like their tool. So I created those product images, which I thought were looking very professionally. I really liked them. And then I made sure that I had reworked my copy, so giving people, here's what you need to do. With step 1, you're going to use this workout tool. It's going to give you those benefits. It's going to be, easy. You only need to use it for 30 minutes a day. Then you're going to use this diet guide and everything else. Basically, I put a lot of time into it on Saturday morning. I just wanted to make sure that, it's going to really impress people. So I put it all together, and then I created those type of ads that basically said this, which was getting fit doesn't have to be hard in 2022. That's similar to what I said in previous ads. Get this insane weight loss bundle for whooping 70% off. And then I explained what is the bundle. I said this is a limited amount available, and then link to the store. So very similar copy to what I had before. So I created all of that, put a lot of hours into it, made sure that it makes sense that this entire package, this bundle makes sense for people so that they really feel like they will have everything to lose weight, to get them excited, because I knew they were clicking on the ads. So in my head, it would make sense that they will purchase the ads. So I released the ads and
emotional, damn it!
My ad account got banned. Unfortunately, for some reason, Facebook didn't like this ad, and I don't understand why, because it was very similar to what I did like the first time I released the ads. Like the copy was very similar. It didn't necessarily say anything wrong. I think maybe the reason that I said choose meals you want to eat and enjoy the long-lasting results, maybe the long-lasting results was what Facebook didn't really like. But when I reached out to their customer support or whatever, they said that the reason my account got banned is because I went against the rules too many times, which that was only the second time that I really released the ad. Like the first one with the video A was not approved, which is fine. I didn't try to submit it again. So that was really only the second time that I could do something wrong, but they decided to ban my account anyway. Now, because I had some experience with Facebook in the past banning my accounts and people I know, accounts of people that I know, I knew that battling with Facebook to get this account back would be a waste of time for me right now. I mean, it probably is possible to get it back, but I didn't want to waste time on getting back and forth with them for weeks. So what I decided to do is what probably every good entrepreneur should do.
2 words, entrepreneurship.
Is to find a alternative ways of running ads on Facebook. So instead of just giving up and being angry on the situation, I actually went ahead and asked my wife if I could use her Facebook to create a new business manager, add myself as an admin, and then basically create new accounts again and start running ads. And surely enough, it worked. I basically created a new ad account, and I made sure that this time when I'm writing the ad, it is 100% compliant with Facebook. And I redid everything. I double checked the copy on the landing page, on the store and everything else. Released the ads, and ads were approved this time, which I was really, really happy about. So let's see the results of this new bundle. So I ran ads for about 3 days actually. Surely enough, people were still reacting to the ads pretty well because the click-through rate was still 2.29%. So I knew that people wanted this tool. But even though I received 124 clicks at pretty reasonable price per click, I didn't get even one add to cart. Like, people landed on the store and they just didn't want this product, even when I did this entire bundle. Now, originally, I released this bundle at $99. So I was like, okay, let me think of what I could do next to make sure that I really do everything I can with this product before I ditch it and move on to the next one. So then I again did a little bit of digging, and someone mentioned in one of the YouTube videos that the reason could be that the price is too expensive, that for some reason they don't see enough value in the product to pay as high price. So what I decided to do is to drop my price even more. So now I had a competitor that was receiving a lot of views, a lot of store visits every month, like upwards to 100,000 store visits every single month, selling this product, right? This product alone. And they were charging close to $60. I think it was like $59 or something. So what I thought I would do is drop my price that is extremely close to their price, but leave this bundle, right? So that people still have those extra add-ons and whatever, and that will help them to get amazing results in losing weight. So I did that. I kept running ads for a couple more days. Still no add to carts. Still no action on the store at all. So after doing all of that, I said that's enough, and I decided to move on to the next product. But this time I wanted to do things a little bit differently, because after contemplating on everything I've done so far, I came to the conclusion that I probably spend too much time on redesigning, restructuring the store, which at the end made me to spend probably more money on ads than I needed to see if this product is a winning product or not. So here's what I decided to do next. Like, after looking at all the resources I had before I built this store, I realized that I was using 𝗵𝗂 dropshipping course as a main guide on basically getting this off the ground. However, this course was created back in 2019, as far as I remember. So it was probably a little bit outdated, especially the Facebook ads strategies were definitely not up to date and probably not in as much in depth as I would wish it was. So what I decided to do is to work on my skills a little bit more before I created another store. And I did a little bit more digging, trying to find more information that are relevant now for the year 2022. And I came across this 8 hours dropshipping course for free on YouTube that's basically created specifically for the year 2022. So I decided to go through this entire course before I go in and spend more time and more money on running ads for the next store. Now, let me tell you, it has tons of value inside, a lot of information that I did not have with the first product. So now I decided to relaunch the new store, but using the strategies from this 8 hours course. And I'm going to tell you everything that happened in the next video. But for now, let's summarize everything I've done so far, how much money I've spent, lessons I've learned, and what basically happened and what I'm planning to do next. Okay, so let's summarize everything I've done, how much I spent, and just put it all together. Let's start with the money. I have my notes over here, so I'll be looking over there to give you the exact numbers. So the first money I spent was for video editing and freelancer. I spent $41.51 for 2 videos on Fiverr. So now in reality, I could edit those videos myself, but I just purchased it. That was $41. Then I spent $3.89 for an email. I figured that I needed a branded email so that whenever someone would email me on my store, I could use this branded email to make sure that I reply and it looks like a legitimate brand. Then I spent $12.99 on Canva, which is the image editing tool. I used it a little bit as well, and it's basically $12.99 per month. Then I purchased Instagram followers for another $12.99, just like I explained in the first video, to make my Instagram page look legitimate. I had over 1,000 followers for only $12, so that was pretty good deal. Then, when it comes to Facebook ads, I spent $145.34 for the first campaign. So the campaign that was running for the first 3 days when I didn't have the bundle. Then after I created the bundle, I spent another $136.89 on ads, sending people to the Shopify store basically with the bundle. And then the last expense was $294 for the dropshipping course from 𝗗𝗄𝗃, but I can tell you right now it was unnecessary for me to buy it, because you will get tons of informations on YouTube that's enough for you to basically start playing with dropshipping. At least everything that I've learned from 𝗗𝗃's dropshipping course, I actually seen the same info on inside YouTube videos for free, so I wouldn't probably count this as a necessary expense. Nevertheless, the total for me so far is $647.61. That's how much I spent up to date in order to basically test the product and everything else. Now, let me give you a little bit more info about the pricings and the amount I spent, because this is not how much you actually would need to spend to get started. For example, you could create video yourself, right? Later on, after I did more research and I came across this 8 hours free dropshipping course on YouTube, the guys inside this course basically recommended different video editing tools or websites that are very easy to use, so that I can edit the videos myself. I don't have to pay anyone else to do that, and so can you. Then email, I've realized that it was a stupid purchase, to be honest with you, because I didn't need an email before I actually have a working store, right? No one really emailed me, so I didn't have to reply to anyone because they were asking questions, which means I didn't need a branded email because I didn't have to reply to any emails. And with Shopify, whenever you purchase a domain inside Shopify, they will provide you with branded email. For example, in my case, that was contact@mixel.store. And whenever someone would send a request and an email to this email address, Shopify would redirect that email into my Gmail email, basically. So I didn't really necessarily have to pay for a branded email in order to present branded email on my page and receive emails. It's only when I wanted to reply to those emails, if I wanted to have branded email, I would have to purchase it. Hopefully that makes sense. Then Canva. Canva is a tool that probably makes editing images a lot easier. So it's something that you do want to have. Now, in my case, I used Canva literally for a few seconds or a few minutes. And then I moved to 𝗗𝗄𝗃 app because, like I said, I used to work for 𝗗𝗄𝗃. I know the app very well, and it's a really good app. And the reason I went with Canva to start with is just because I wanted to see what they offer. And in all honesty, for example, the background removing tool in Canva wasn't as good as in 𝗗𝗄𝗃 app tool. So I just used 𝗗𝗄𝗃 app, which basically is probably similar pricing. It's about $12 to $15 for this editing tool. Then Instagram followers. I purchased, this was one-time purchase, $12.99. That's probably something you would need as well. Maybe it's not 100% necessary, but I wanted it to seem more legitimate. Now in regards to ads, I spent $145 and then $136 on ads. But that's because I was spending $50 per day. You don't have to spend $50 per day. If you were only spending $20 per day, your cost would be a lot lower. Actually, at this moment, I'm planning to drop my daily budget to $30 a day instead of $50 a day. In the meantime, I'm working on getting more budget so that I could increase my budget for testing per day. But that's a topic for another video. For now, I'm planning to drop my cost to $30 per day. Now, like I said, the dropshipping course, you didn't really need it. You can find all the information on YouTube. So in total, I think that if I was smarter, if I knew what I know right now, I wouldn't spend $647 on this entire project. I would probably spend half of that, which is about $300. That's my estimate. So that is it for this entire video. In the next video, I'm going to tell you exactly what's the second product I picked and everything I've done by following this 8 hours dropshipping course I found on YouTube. And I'll tell you all the numbers and I'll tell you where it got me so far. So make sure to subscribe and like this video if you want to see my journey in the future. This will help me to understand if the videos I'm making are good quality videos and if people are actually interested in this type of content. And if yes, then I'll make sure that I prepare even more content like that. But if I won't see anyone interested in this type of content, then probably I won't waste more of my time creating it. So make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about my entire process, what you would do differently, what you found out from my mistakes and my journey so far. And other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.